Hi guys, it's Erin. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to go over and open up this Moleskine weekly notebook diary planner for 2019 and 20. Alright, so this is a weekly planner, and you guys are probably wondering, what the heck are you going to do with another planner? And to be honest, if I didn't have my system and my habits and uses the way they are, I probably wouldn't be able to answer that question. But I'm definitely somebody who just has a lot going on. I am in school full-time, I work full-time, and I just have a lot of different things going on. So I like to keep different planners for different focuses in my life. And so that just helps me. It just makes me feel more organized. And if I kept everything in my Happy Planner Classic, it would probably be about this thick, because I like to track a lot of things, and it's just a personal preference. Some people are good with the old-fashioned pocket calendars. You know, they just need something to refer to, carry around in their pocket or in their purse. But I'm just somebody who is a lot more detailed, or I'm just very detailed. And this is just how I do things. Now, part of that could be because before I had the job that I have now, I was an event planner for a company for a lot of years. And those of you who know anything about the world of event planning, especially working for a company, you know that it can be extremely cumbersome, tedious, and detail-oriented. It's just, that's the nature of it. And I think that I got into some habits, you know, working that job, and it was a lot. Event planning was a lot for me, and I definitely needed a switch up, and so that's why I'm no longer doing it. Now, once in a while, I will do a consult or something like that, but it's pretty few and far between. So anyway, getting back to this, I actually was really inspired by two of my friends' videos. The first one is Esther Luca, and she has a new planning channel called Leah's Pouchies, and I will link it down below. And she just is the craftiest person and really, really talented, and she has a new channel for her planning. And she also has a brand name, Hobonichi, and I love it. I love the slenderness. It's probably maybe about, I don't know, better than half of this size wide, and it's long, and I just really like the setup of it. And also, the second person that I'm very inspired by as far as Hobonichi goes is my friend Johanna, and I will list her channel down below too. But they've both been doing their own rendition of Hobonichi planning and things like that. And number one, I don't want to order a real Hobonichi and wait for it to arrive. And number two, I mean, obviously we can't buy one locally where I live, but I did want something that was set up kind of similar to the Hobonichi weeks. And so that is where this planner came in. This has the days of the week on the left, and then it has a full page of lined paper on the right. Now, I thought this could help me with some of my more personal things that I don't necessarily want to put in my Happy Planner. Not that I can't, I can, but I share that a lot on my channel. And so this is something that I want to carry in my purse. And it's still a very slim size. It's very thin. This goes from July of 19 till December of 2020. So it is an 18-month planner. We're coming right up on July, so the timing is perfect. I picked this up a couple times at Barnes & Noble, and I set it back down a couple times. And the reason why is because I just didn't want to spend the money. But I did have some of my miscellaneous fun money, and I decided that I was just going to do it. This is $22.95, and what really got to me was the color. This is a really rich mustard color that I adore, And if you would have asked me 5 years ago, do I like this color? I used to hate this color. Anything that was yellow toned, mustardy, I hated it. And it just shows you how a person evolves, because this is one of my favorite colors of all time now. I especially love the color combination of teal and mustard. I just think it is incredible. So anyway, just a weird thing. But when I saw this, it really jumped out at me because I haven't seen another one in person of this color. My second note about going to Barnes & Noble is that mine now sells the Lois Charm 1917 line, and they have every color of the rainbow. It's so nice. So that's really handy because I've had quite a few of those, and I've always had to order them on Amazon because there was nowhere local for me to pick up one of those. So this is the little belly band that this comes with, and actually it's not just trash. It has a nice calendar in here that you could do something with. You could cut this out. It has January through June, and then July through December of 2020. So that's really nice, and you could cut this out and put this somewhere, I don't know, somewhere handy if you needed it. But anyways, so that is the band. And then opening this up, it has the same thing that every Moleskine does. Now, do you guys say Moleskine or Moleskine? Because I know it's probably Moleskine. Sometimes I just feel awkward saying that. So this says, in case of loss, please return to. So you can put all your information here. And as a reward, and there's a $sign. Honestly, I can't imagine ever offering a reward for something like this, but you know, for some people, they put their life, it's information in something like this, so I could see where that would be necessary. So this says Moleskine Weekly Notebook to 2019 to 2020 right here. And then this is just your personal data page, so you can fill all that out. And the only thing about Moleskine journals, and this is no different, is you can see the shadowing. So you can see that second page coming through here. And I'm not a fan of that, but I do like the texture of the paper. I like the feel of the paper. So I just try to be really picky about which pen I use so I don't cause too much more of that. So this has a monthly view calendar. So as you can see, it's a month on one page. So that's really nice and very handy. Then you have 2020 and 2021 to look at if you need to do a little forecasting. And then you get into the 2020 month on a page. And I really like that because sometimes I just like glancing at the entire month, and I'll write things on a spread like this, just like birthdays or paydays, like major stuff. You know, I don't get into details because there's no room for that. So this goes all the way through to December 2020. And then let's see. Here, this is international holidays, which I think is really cool because Moleskine is an international company. You can find their products in many different countries, so I think that's a really nice feature. And with globalization, I think it's really cool just to know what's going on in different places. And then here is a world map. So you can put like a little heart wherever you are on the map. I'm right about here, so I could do that. And here's some international sizes, which is really handy because I think sometimes when you go to different stores, department stores, sometimes if it's a European brand, they may have the shoes in those European sizes. Sometimes jeans come like that. It just depends. So that's really handy. Measurements and conversions, temperature conversions, which is nice. Let's see what else. And then dialing codes and my places check. So I guess this would be this is really handy, some dialing codes for phone numbers. And then I don't know what my places check means, but I guess you could check off places you've been to or some places that you need handy. I don't know. And then here's a whole page on travel planning. And this one is my extraordinary moments this year. This one says my blank space. So that's pretty cool. And then my inspiring journeys. And then here is kind of a ghost image of the world map again in dot grid form. And then here you have a timetable. So that is an interesting layout. You can put the times down here, and then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and no Sunday. That's interesting. Okay, there's no Sunday here. So maybe they just think Sunday is a day off. I don't know. But that's interesting. So you have a couple pages of that, and then you have a ruler here, which could be handy. And here you have a legend for public holidays, new moons, first quarter moon, full moon, last quarter moon, and moon phases, and Moleskine weekly notebook. And so here you go. This is the first spread. This starts July 1st, and July 1st is a Monday, and I just think that is so cool. Not only does July 1st start the second half of the year, it's also the first day of the fiscal year, and it's also Monday the 1st. I mean, it just feels like the freshest start ever besides January 1st. So this is really cool. So I'm really excited to start to plug in some of my info here. The only complaint that I have, and it's not really even a complaint, it's just more of a preference, is that, you know, since I work 40 hours a week and I'm also in school, I'm getting a master's, for me, time is at a premium on the weekends. So I get a lot of my stuff done on the weekends, especially if it's household stuff or schoolwork, or if I have to catch up on work, or just things done around the house, or, you know, going out with family or friends. And I really am not a fan of putting Saturday and Sunday on a shared space, because I feel like Saturday and Sunday is when I need the most space. This is not a work planner for me. I will probably track some things in here or write some notes in here that are work related, but for the most part, this is a personal planner, and so personal I probably won't share a whole lot of the layouts unless I kind of blur out the text. I'm really an open book on this channel, especially with finances and my other planning and things like that, but I do have to have a space that is real and has real info that is just for myself. So yeah, so I'm not a fan of that unless I go ahead and do something like just write down extra weekend notes over here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but I'm very excited about it. I've been really looking to get into something weekly. I did kind of fashion together a disc system, and I sketched out all my weeks and stuff like that. So I will share that with you guys. If you guys are looking for an awesome Happy Planner disc system that is Hobonichi inspired, or it's like a Happy Nichi, Johanna calls it, definitely check out her channel, because she is so amazing at taking the principles of a Hobonichi and translating them into a happy planner. And so it's just incredible. Like I just love her spreads. I love the things that she does, her layouts, and it's just awesome. So anyway, definitely check her out. But that's something that I've been looking for, and I will share with you guys what I have made, just for the sake of project sharing. But again, I'm not any type of expert on those kinds of builds of a system. So anyway, I just want to share this with you guys, and of course I will be updating you and sharing with you what it looks like once I start populating some of these fields and squares and dates and things like that. So just stay tuned for that. And I have a couple other videos coming up, and I'll be sharing those with you as well ASAP. If you are interested in any of the cash envelopes or the cash envelope kits, I have sold a few of them, but I did make some backups, and I do have more of the plastic envelopes, so I can put together a complete kit. Just email me if you're interested in specific ones, and I will let you know if it is still available. So my email is down in the description as well. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Take care.